G'day everyone, it's John here again. How are you? I hope you don't mind if I continuously look down on this video as I'm going to be checking my notes just to make sure I got the information fairly accurate off the internet. So that's, of course, it's not going to be purely perfect, but it's going to be well within the ballpark. Today's conversation is electric vehicles versus hybrids. As we all know, hybrids have a small internal combustion engine being backed up by batteries and an electrical motor. So we'll talk about that first. The hybrid motor has got a battery pack ballpark 13 kilowatts to 25, which spans out to electric only being 50 kilometers to the 25 kilowatt pack being up very approximately 200 k's. This will vary how you do drive. If your typical terrain's flat, hilly, downhill, uphill, gradients, so forth. So that's just a very ballpark figure. The other advantage is, even though that they got very small packs, it does have an internal combustion engine to increase the range. This does increase the typical motor's range from a four-cylinder from 6 to 800 kilometers per tank to 1,000 to 1,200 k's per tank, which is quite a saving, 40%, 50%, how you drive. They say what that means, if you drive 500 k's a week, that means one tank will last approximately 2 weeks, 300 k's approximately 3, and 200 k's approximately 4 weeks. This does depend how you drive, terrain, load, of course. The good thing is with the charging system here in Australia, we use 240 volts and an outlet of 10 amps. That gives us 2.4 kilowatts. The Type 1 or nicknamed granny charger, for the obvious reasons, they're very, very slow. This will give you approximately 10 k's per hour. If you're using 7 kilowatts, approximately 30, 14 kilowatts approximately 50, and 22 approximately 80 kilometers per hour. From 7 through to 14, I know that there is some chargers do actually use three phase on the 14 and 22. 7 kilowatts can be single phase or three phase. It just depends on how that actual plug area has been set up as being. So you can't complain going from 600 k's up to 1200 on the maximum variations. And also with going straight to EVs. The smallest packs are 30 kilowatts and they do typically go up to 70. I've heard of some rumors of it going up to 80 or 90. Yet to be confirmed because I've only heard it once or twice here and there. Just get that bugbear off me back, so to speak. But it's yet to be confirmed. Now, with a 30 kilowatt pack, it'll give you 250 k's. 50 kilowatt will give you 400. 70 kilowatts would give you 600 approximation. Now, with most people who will have 10 amp outlets in Australia, they will probably use the granny chargers or the Type 1 charge. The great benefit is if you don't really drive a lot, you can probably go to maybe 3 days without charging. But on the odd event that you might have to go a little bit further than usual, you might have a couple of people in the car that's not expected. I would recommend put it in the carport, garage, shared carport, plug it in every night. And I do know that some cars do actually allow a delayed charging. Example, I get home at 6 o'clock at night. I plug my car straight in. I can program my car to start charging at 10 o'clock. This is varying on what type of power program you're on. You might be on a smaller or a cheaper event or pricing after 10 o'clock at night. So you can ask your car to start charging at 10 and stop charging at 6. That'll give you around 8 hours of charge, 80 k's. So if you're only driving 30 to 50 k's, the battery will actually slowly increase over the course of the day. So you might have a full weekend with a full charge, giving you a minimum of 250 k's, which is quite handy. It'll be quite cheap. Yeah, without knowing what everyone else's power cost is. If you get a 70 kilowatt battery pack, I have been quoted here in Australia that would be from dead flat to fully charge, typically 10% charge up to 80% charge, 85% charge, depending on the manufacturer of the vehicle. They might have flat at 20%, 10%, and fully charged at 80 to 85%. That will be approximately $25 to $30 at the post of this video, of course. I hope that you've found some use out of this video, of course, and as always, have an absolutely fantastic day and hope to hear from you soon. Bye for now.